All right, guys, replacing the DISA valve on a BMW Z4 3 litre, so the 6 valve. These can be a bit troublesome, so we've got to just check it out, and I've actually got a new kit which I'll show you in a bit how to put on. But to get to this, you need to remove the air intake. So just undo this, and down here, a bit further down, I need to undo this one. So that's off. I think there might be 2 clips on that. Let's try and undo that one. Okay. There's a hose here. I think we've got to take that off in a sec, but see if we can get this off. Okay, that's loose. Just loosen that up a bit more. Might have to take this sensor off, but let's see if we can get that off. That come off. That comes off there. In fact, taking the whole bloody box come off. All right, there you go. What's come out of there then? All right, this has popped up. Need to get that back down. Anyway, get that down a bit. So you've got a little sensor here. You squeeze the sides of this. And it says, take this part off. There's a little spring around this side, right at the base. Squeeze that in, that pops off. Move that out of the way, which then opens you up to this bolt. There should be another bolt in there. And so, taking this off, so we've got a bolt here and a bolt under here. But you've also got an open part to your inlet there. So best you put a cloth. Would have been better, but basically make sure nothing falls down that, otherwise you're in trouble. So then we can get to that one, and one under here. There we go. So unscrew that. My big old chunky fingers in there. They're not too long. That's that one out. And then there's one under here which I've loosened. Oh, come on. Where are you at? Okay, so that was coming out. Okay, so that one's out. And this should pop out, and then you have to turn it. See if we can get it out a bit further. There we go. So that, I think, is buggered. Let's have a look. Right, guys, so I bought a rebuild kit. So basically, got some bits and bobs. Got to replace my one. So what we're looking at, a little small screwdriver just to take this cap off. That takes that out. That lets you, so you can see into the bell crank and the vacuum activator. there. Now what you got to do is take off this retaining pin, which we've got a new one, and push this out of the way so we can get this out. So to do that, let's have a look. Right, so I've managed to get that off, and you can push that out of the way somewhere. Right, now you got to get this out. So normally you can get a bolt in there. If that's stuck, you can put a bolt in there and pull it out with a bolt, but that actually came out super easy. And then you look at this, and this looks pretty worn. There should be grooves in that. So basically this is well worn out. It's completely smooth. It should have like a hexagon style end on it. So I'm gonna have to replace that. But whilst this is where it is, to get this bit out, sometimes what you have to do is put a screwdriver in here to get a bit of leverage to pull this pin, but this is already pretty buggered, so in fact that's not looking too pretty, but then that's what's being changed. So yeah, that's it out. Could do a bit of a clean up. So all good so far. Realised that this kit, it comes with it already on here. So you undo this, you've got the long bolt, you've got the part that was worn out. You can see here it's got some actual grooves in it, and the new aluminium plate, whatever it is, stainless plate. So what I've got now is I've obviously got a new rubber seal, so I need to dig out this rubber seal. So you just got to carefully kind of dig that out. So I'll do that quickly and come back to you. Right, cool. So basically clean the channel for the new gasket. Didn't want to video that because it took a while, but it's basically screwdriver, small screwdriver, clean it all out, little sort of non sort of brush, wire brush, and give it a clean out. So then we've got the new seal that goes on that, and it comes with a little tub of grease there, so we put that around that. So just get that on the actual rubber seal as much as possible, and then this goes over the top. And on like that. So there's your new rubber seal. Right, so this part goes back in. You can put a little bit of grease on the end. A little bit of grease on there. And this goes back in. And like so. And this bit goes back on like that. So you've got the retaining clip to go on that in a minute. On the other side, that's popped through. So then you've got the new aluminium version. You can see the shape of it is similar to the shape of this, but obviously there's little barriers either side of which way that's going to turn. So it kind of goes in like this. Let's push that back out a little bit. Like that. Is that right? So that's that all in, and then what we've got is the long retaining bar. So a bit of Loctite on the end of this. Make sure that's not going to go anywhere. Turn a bit more just to be safe. Okay. That then goes through. So now you don't have the pin on the end. This just goes through and pops into the end, and then you need an Allen key on the end to do that up. And that should, the non-threaded part. There we go. Let's have a look. So a little play around with it, but yeah, basically got this to the point where now it's open and it's pushing back under pressure. So all we've got to do now is put the retaining clip. Oh shit. So we got that in. What I didn't do is put the washer on the end of this, which is fucking stupid. So put that back in. Do that back up with the Allen key. Just check at the end, you can see where it's coming through. Just to line that up. Right, take 3. Basically, there was 2 washers to go on the retaining pin. Now that is working perfectly, so that's what it was. So now all I've got to do is put the retaining clip back on this pole here. So let's get that on. Put this cover back on. Lovely. Okay, I can go back in the motor. Right, so we've got the new piece. I can go back in. Like so. Is that going to go in? Alright, so we've got the unit back on now. Just tweaking her up. Put the 2 bolts back in, and that should get that rubber seal in. It's a T40 end on the bolt. That's that in. Let's get that one tweaked up. Right, cool. That's got that nice and snug. So that's cool. We can take out the protection, stop anything getting down into the air intake. Somewhere around here, we've got there's a spring on the back. Squeeze that spring, drop that back on. That's that switch back on, and then it's just the air in. So I just turn that off. You can see there's a little sleeve here that goes over that rubber grommet down there, and that's where it must have been hitting on the edge of this bit. So that's why it wouldn't go down. So I've just got to reposition that. Right, so it's all back in. Yeah, switch is back on. The hardest bit was getting this bit on the bloody bottom bit. That was a pain in the ass, but yeah, this has obviously been lowered down again, so I've got that in the right position. So done this back up, done the bottom Jubilee back up. Hopefully it's all good. We'll give it a start up. So it is the Z4, but it's obviously a track car. So let's turn this on. Let's see what this sounds like. Take it out of gear, that'll help.